How's it going, everybody? I am Louis the Average Guy 1983. Today I'm going to be attempting to go to the Santa Fe Dam on the Rollroad Emma 3.0. I have it fully charged at 58.8 volts, and the tire pressure right now is set to 36 psi for the rear and for the front. And I do have a DeWalt battery fully charged for the dash cam, so that this way I can power it. And yeah, we're pretty much ready to go. Inside of the case here, I have some spare tubes and some tools so that I can be able to change a tire or a tube in case something goes wrong. Behind me, I have a water backpack with ice and water. It's technically 2 liters worth of water just to be able to drink water in case I get thirsty. And yeah, so let's go ahead and take off, see how it does. Everything is fully charged on this thing. Let's get going. We are going to stay in pedal assist 5 for this route, and we're going to see how it does with pedal assist and throttle. So let's take off. Alright, we made it to Danger Zone, Garfield Avenue, and Main Street in Alhambra. Come on, buddy. Let's go. Yeah. And it keeps being a struggle with the front brake. I have those top brake brake pads, and all of a sudden they started making the screeching sound just like the old ones. The rear is not doing it, only the front is. Quite annoying. I keep adjusting the caliper and it works for a little bit, and then here you go, you get the sound right back. See, look, like right now it's not doing it. I don't get it. It's not doing the screeching sound right now, but earlier you guys heard it. It was making the screeching sound. I don't get it. I don't understand. I've never had a scooter or the Roadrunner Pro or the V3 do anything like that. But when it comes to pedal assist, I try to go as fast as I can while still pressing on the throttle. Like right now, that's as fast as I can go. Whew. Oh man. But that does help with the range on this battery. This is 52 volts 40 amps, though I'd like to see 52 volts 60 amps like the Anioki A8. It's an impressive e-bike. My friend E-Man owns it, and it really is a nice e-bike. It does top out at 35 miles an hour, so it's not as fast as the Emma bike, but at least, you know, it's pretty decent. It's also not as light. The Emma is heavier than the Anioki A8. And I did do some modifications to it already. I have upgraded handlebar grips, and I switched the twist throttle to thumb throttle. You can see it right there. Now I have a thumb throttle, and it's much easier, for me at least, to control the e-bike, because it allows me to like really grip on to the handlebar here and start pedaling as fast as I can. Because in order for me to keep up with the flow of traffic, this e-bike has to go pretty fast, at least a 0 to 30 in about maybe 4 seconds. But it doesn't quite get you there at 4 seconds. It takes about, I would say, maybe 10 seconds to get you from 0 to 30. And that's with pedal assist. Like I mentioned in my previous video of the review, when you use pedal assist, you get a faster acceleration because you're helping the e-bike move, and it also saves you battery at the same time because you're assisting it. But if it's pure throttle only from a complete stop, it kind of does it like chill, like slow. Look, now we're back to the issue with the screeching rotor and caliper. And again, I have the top brake brand that was working for a good while. Now right here in this area, see, like right now, I like to push on the throttle and pedal as fast as I can. Like right now, I can still pedal, and this is about as far as I can go. Says I'm going 38 miles right now. 39, 40, and a small peak of 41. Not bad. I'm not sure if the GPS is going to catch that or not. But now we made it to San Gabriel Boulevard and Las Tunas Drive. All right, here we go. Let's get into the bike lane. Whenever I have an opportunity to get on the bike lane, that is where I'm getting in. I know there's a few people that have complained to me about going over 30 miles an hour, but the thing is that this e-bike, which I'll go ahead and get off of this since I'm going 40 apparently right now. It says 40 miles an hour, 40.7, 41. This is a flat surface road, so it does top out at 40.7 miles an hour. And look, as you can see, look, I can keep up with the flow of traffic, but the thing is that the acceleration is what takes a bit. So you definitely need pedal assist if you want to try to take off quickly, and you yourself have to be the one to do the work. All right, Right now the voltage says it says 55.1 volts. That's crazy. Look, even right now, look, the brakes, they're working fine. It has its moments where it does that sound and moments where it doesn't. It's really weird, man. I don't get it. Okay, it says 40.7 with little peaks of 41. Man, it really has good brakes. So I did have to perform a refill, like a top off of oil on the brake lines because they were getting a little too soft. The brake line for the rear completely failed me like a couple days ago, and I had to re-bleed the line. So I emptied out the line and I put Shimano oil, and it's been doing a whole lot better with that, like a whole lot better. Like now it really bites good, because in the beginning it did do a good job, but it wasn't that great. But now it's like way better than how it was out of the box. Here, let me get away from this lady. You're gonna go that slow, that's fine, but I'm gonna pick up my speed, lady. Because it literally says here to go 40. Then there's another street that we're about to enter in a little bit that says to go 45, which there's no way in hell we're gonna reach 45. Not on this Emma, unless they were to upgrade the controller and the display, because the display limits you to 30 amps. So I do have the ampage maxed out at 30 so that I can get the 40 miles top speed on this Emma 3.0. But it does good, man. It really does. Other than the little shortcomings of the brake system, it did really good. It says I'm going 40.7, not 39 and 40, because I am starting to feel some wind resistance. And I do apologize. Any weird clicking sounds you might be hearing is from my helmet. I have like a fabric or something that's smacking against the helmet. And then I also have the Insta360 GPS preview remote on the Pidzoom mirror arm. And that also causes the sound to, the arm to shake a little bit because of the weight of the camera or the monitor. But this allows me to be able to see what you guys are seeing. Not sure what's going on with that guy, but I am pedal assisting. Ugh. Whew. I noticed that about 31 miles per hour is kind of like the max speed I can do with pedal assist right now, since I've been doing like a lot of riding on this bike. And again, all I'm trying to do is just get to the Santa Fe Dam to do some bike riding over there. As soon as I get there, I can ride a little bit more chill, maybe 13, 20 miles an hour, give or take, something to get my blood pumping. Oh my God, my legs are starting to get tired though. Here we go. Pedaling. Oh my god. Okay, that's about as far as I can go. There you go, Mr. Beamer. The vehicles that have malfunctioning turn signals. BMW. Oh my god. I am glad that this thing does have throttle power and plenty of it. It says now that we're at 54.5. So I'll put down in the video what 54.5 volts is when it comes to percentage. But we're not that far from the entrance of the Santa Fe Dam. We're not that far. But again, I am at 36 psi for the front and the rear tires. So this is the max I would do when it comes to these large 20x4 tires to give me the most range. I do have some new road tires coming on Friday, and I do plan on changing these tires, these softer tires, because they're a little too soft. They're not though they're all-terrain tires, they're quite soft, man. So I bought the Ultraverse road something tires. They're like literally road tires. They're not all-terrain or off-road. Huh, now it says I have 56 volts. Interesting. Oh my god, my ass is hurting. Let me see, where are we at right now? 52 minutes in. We got 15 miles. 15 miles so far. 41.5 miles max speed from what it says on the display. And now it says 54.4 volts. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to go no 45. That's impossible. Alright, we're almost there. I do appreciate having this dash cam though, man. I definitely highly recommend you guys get one if you don't have one. 127 may be a little pricey, but again guys, it's a lot cheaper than what I first paid when I got it for the Roadrunner Pro. I paid $200 when I got it last year for the Roadrunner Pro, man. It was unfortunate that I had to pay that much. So yeah, my max speed slowed down to 36 now. And it says I have 54.1 volts. But we're turning right here. See where it says Santa Fe Dam Rec Center or Rec Area? This is where we're going. And check it out. It's not squeaking again. The brakes. That is so weird, man. I still don't understand this. But we got what looks like 54 minutes in on this ride. 16.3 miles of total riding distance, 41.5 top speed, average speed 17.8 miles per hour, and 55.7 volts. And we're on Azusa Canyon and Arrow Highway. Alright, cool. I was able to turn. Alrighty, so I made it to the Santa Fe Dam wreck area. We're going up now. The goal here is to take a quick break. Okay, we are going up incline, so it's starting to slow down. Now I'm pedaling. Here we go. Oh my god. Alrighty, we made it. Very nice. They have benches here to like chill. Alright, let me see here. Sometimes you spot coyotes in this area right here. Up the trail and stuff. It's a nice spot to relax at. There we go, that's a good spot. Alrighty, so I'll let you guys know what we've done so far. Alrighty, so we've done a total of 17 miles even, and we got 55.5 volts. So 55.5 is about 80% battery, because it says 55.4. Wow, that's really good. That is really good. Alrighty guys, I'm gonna go ahead and take a break from sitting on this chair. This one's almost like the Roadrunner Pro's seat. It's comfortable till a certain point, and then after that it starts to hurt your ass cheeks, man. It really does. Gonna end up getting a sore on the tailbone and stuff. But yeah, let me go ahead and take a break here, and then we'll start riding on the trail. Alrighty guys, we're done with our break. So we have 55.8 volts right now, resting the e-bike. I did not turn it off, it's still on. So 55.8 volts is technically around 80%, so between 80 and 85%, so not bad. And again, we've done 17 miles, so we're gonna count from 17 miles now up to how long it takes us to get to the ending of the trail. But this should be pretty fun, so let's go ahead and ride. And we're going to remain in about pedal assist 3 should be good enough. So let's go ahead and do our workout. Let's do this, see how long it takes. So the goal here is just to, like, you know, try to get ourselves a good little workout and then ride back. In the city, you know, when it comes to riding in the street with the flow of traffic, you do mainly have to use pedal assist, man, plus the throttle. But right here in this area, man, with the trail, this is pretty good here. So not bad for what it is, man. Then I have this Hispanic guy in a fucking Tesla here behind me, basically looking like he wanted to run my ass over. And at what time to have my dash cam off. Alright. See right here, it says speed limit 15, and I could feel the pedal assist definitely working, like maybe 20%. So it's 80% me and 20% the pedal assist when it comes to the motor running. So not bad, man. So main reason I'm doing this is to help myself, you know, lose weight with working out this way. I tried the gym, man. I have a gym membership for LA Fitness, and it's really like a toxic environment to be at. It's not a good place, at least the one in Alhambra where I go to. And I honestly feel like canceling the membership and going somewhere else. I don't know which gym would be convenient though. Like there's Planet Fitness that accepts big dudes like me, and they have a lot of cardio machines. And then there's also for example 24-hour fitness. That one's a little more expensive than what I'm paying for right now. I pay $50 a month right now for LA Fitness, and I believe Planet Fitness is $30, something like that. So I might just try that place out. They also have like massaging type like sitting chairs or something like that to like massage your body while you're recovering after a workout, which might be convenient. I don't know. You do have to apparently book your stuff in advance, but yeah, doesn't seem bad. But I figured I'd take a different turn this time. Instead of always just doing group rides and filming just that, and like for example doing electric scooter reviews and stuff, also show you guys the other side of me, the things that I do off camera, which technically would be this. The only reason why I'm recording it too is because I never thought about like finding out how long the pathway is from like the entrance over to this location. So yeah, I've been here a few times, and I would actually like to take my friends over here just for the trail. It's not that big, and you would have to take the train to avoid like for example running out of battery, because look right here, this is all like desert style environment, and there's absolutely nothing here but a big road, and you can take your time riding your e-bike however you like. If you want to work out here independently without having to worry about, you know, people looking at you, or for example cars, this is a great spot to come to if you're in the LA area. Coming to the Santa Fe Dam and doing the bike trail. So right now it says I'm doing 16.5 around there. And again, man, my goal is for weight loss, not so much top speed. But talking about e-bikes and scooters, that event that I did, guys, over at the Electrify Expo was really fun, man. It really was. We're going to change it to pedal assist 5 just to make it a little easier to climb up through here. There we go. This is much better. Maybe leave it at assist 5, because I am going up a slight incline, and you're about to see it kind of go downwards. Right here I can go ahead and just let it go, and let the e-bike slide a little bit, or glide. Right there, from a distance that you can see all those cars there, that's the I believe the 134 or the 2 freeway with the 605 merger. But yeah, talking about the Electrify Expo, I had a lot of fun while I was there. I was there with 3 of my great friends from Glendale PEV. There was one of my good friends missing, E-Man, who had an injury, and unfortunately he couldn't make it. But man, I'm positive he would have loved it. He would have been able to test different types of e-bikes they had there, and maybe make a future purchase. I wanted to try the Onyx RCR 80V because I'm really interested in it, and I might actually buy it. I'm like 90% like sure I'm going to buy it. I am talking to Onyx e-bikes right now about the specs of the e-bike, not just like how fast can it go, because everybody knows it can do like 70 miles. Not that I'm ever going to do that, because I'm more of the type of person that cares about going with the flow of traffic and getting good range. That's my deal. Maybe it's because I'm 41 years old, but that's my mentality, my way of thinking. I'm not like a speed demon, you know. But I also want to know if the e-bike has turn signals, because they're pricing the e-bike right now at $46.99, so it is for sale right now and on for pre-order, and they are having a sale, and they have it priced right now at $46.99, which is a good price for the Onyx. But no one has talked about the turn signals, if it has any. They mentioned Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, which I think is freaking awesome. I love that idea already. But with the LBW dash cam, which we might lose some reception here for the GPS, so bear with me. But talking about the Onyx, the only thing it's missing is a front and rear dash cam, and that's something that I can get with the LBW dash cam or a Chiggy, because I am planning on buying the Chiggy AIO 6 for my Teva run and using the quick release mount, and just buying another wire kit to put on my next e-bike, or for example next scooter in the future, so I don't have to worry about buying dash cam after dash cam after dash cam. So, and the reason why I feel that the dash cams are important is because, you know, there's car drivers that don't really like us, and they'll do anything they can to run us over. And if there's a way that your dash cam, having a front and rear camera, can get the license plate and the make and model of that car, you have a winning lawsuit, like the way I did. Like, I won my lawsuit from the incident that I had on the bike lane going 24 miles an hour, and that was with the Wolfbox G930 with this Frankenstein mod on the Segway GT1, and I was literally able to win my case. The only thing that I'm doing right now is just waiting for the Sweet James team to negotiate with all the medical staff to see me, the chiropractor, the orthopedic surgeon, which I only had one visit with them, but also, for example, the regular medical doctor that set everything up, and then even the imaging place that did the MRI scans for me for my arm and my right knee. All of those guys need to be paid, and right now they're working on negotiating. But once I win this case and I get a specific amount of money, I'll make sure to make a video and talk to you guys about it. But right now, No joke, it's been a very long process, and the communication between me and Sweet James is very, very poor. They're supposed to be calling me once a month and they don't, so I'm the one that calls them. But I do excuse them a little bit because I'm sure that they have a bunch of cases, and like one of the staff members told me, they weren't expecting to win my case so easily. And I said, well, yeah, no shit. Like, I gave you a winning case. The proof was in the video of what the lady did. You know, so if you guys haven't seen that, make sure you look it up under my channel. If you're on your cell phone or on your TV, go on over to my channel and click through the videos, and you should be able to see the accident video there. It has a thumbnail with a silver color Toyota RAV4. You can see the accident there and see how it went. And thankfully my recovery time wasn't as bad, but my arm is still damaged, and I think it's a permanent damage. I can't fully lift my arm all the way up like I can with my left side, and my right knee developed arthritis because of the hit and a previous surgery that I had on the right knee. So yeah, I won my case and I'm very happy about it. However, it doesn't feel like I won anything because I haven't gotten paid yet. I also don't know if any taxes are required to be paid from the lawsuit money or not. I have no idea. I'll find out once it happens. But, you know, at least in the meantime, a dash cam, definitely a must, man. Don't cheap out. Get yourself a dash cam if you want to be protected. It may save your life, man. And even if you die, at least your loved ones will be able to see that dash cam footage and find out exactly who took your life and get revenge for you. But yeah, on the Onyx bike, that's the only thing it's really missing. And again, I've heard nothing about the turn signals for the front or turn signals for the rear. So I like to find out a little bit more information on the Onyx before I buy. Now, can I modify it myself like I did with my Roadrunner Pro? Yeah, as long as there is a 12-volt output that's constantly on with the e-bike. Once you power it on, then I can tap into that 12-volt source with a separate button for the turn signals, and I can use that. So it's not a big deal. But yeah, it's a big deal when it comes to the design of the Onyx RCR ADV. It looks beautiful. I'm looking at the copper one or maybe the black one, because the silver one reminds me a little bit of the Tesla Cybertruck. So I prefer to get something with the copper color or solid black, and I would probably add ambient lighting like I did to the Roadrunner Pro. But it'd be a nice e-bike to have to take to work other than just my scooters. That's one of the reasons why I haven't taken my Teveron to work, because I don't have a dash cam on it. I'm waiting for the AI06 to reach, you know, the USA market where it's readily available to buy. I don't really want to buy from overseas right now because of the tariff things that they keep being brought up, and I don't want to deal with that. But yeah, right here, guys, look, you can see all of this is desert. It's pure desert, man. So you definitely don't want to get stranded here. In my case, I do have 2 tubes and the tools necessary should I need to take off the tire and the motor and change out the tire, the tube, so I can get back home. But yeah, so far we are approximately, see, it says 21 miles so far, so we were at 17, so 18, 19, 20, 21. We're 4 miles in on this ride so far in this trail. We're not that far from reaching the end. It's right by those houses that you might be able to see them from here. But I went all the way up that mountain, guys, on the Teveron, and it was boring. There was nothing there. The only thing that looked somewhat nice was the San Gabriel Dam, and anything further than that was all dried out like dirt. There was even like a shooting ring slash off-roading type area for trucks, and as soon as I seen that, I just turned around and started to come back. But it was a scary thing to go through there because everybody was driving really fast through that windy road, especially on the way down. I was going like 35 and the speed limit said 20 or 25, and everybody wanted to go like 45, 50 miles an hour going down. So that's pretty nuts. Oh wow, look, check this out. There's a lady here with a cart. Wow, that is nuts. And walking too. Oh, with the dog. Wow, that's amazing. I do wonder if this will be a good walking trail too. Just take a big jug of water with you to drink, and maybe a big hat or an umbrella, and walk this. But the scary thing about walking this area is that there are coyotes here, and the coyotes are not afraid of humans. Not in this area. They're not afraid. They may not do anything, but if you have food on you, they may attack you. So in a way, it's good that I have this e-bike, because at any moment I can push the throttle and take off at 40 miles an hour and get away from them. Right now I'm doing 17 miles an hour from what it says on this thing. So not bad, and we're at 54.7 volts. So we're doing quite well. From here, again, we'll be doing pedal assist with throttle, riding back home, and see how it does in total. But yeah, dudes, this is it here. So regarding the other bikes I tested, the P51 bike was pretty nice, but in my honest opinion, for 48 volts, 20 amp hours for a battery, overpriced. So it was for $38.99, and I felt that that was very overpriced, because this Emma bike is $2,300 with how you see it, like with the extended seat and the storage compartment. Without it, you can get it for $2,000. So this e-bike goes up to 40 miles an hour. Meanwhile, the P51 is like capped at 35. And you could unlock the 40 amp hour sine wave controller that it has to get more power. But again, is those extra 10 amps versus the Emma 3.0 worth an additional $1,800 to you? I don't think so. Now, another bike that was one of my favorites was the Speedwell GT. And they have a GT2, and the GT2, the only difference is just the color. There is no performance difference. It also has a 48 volt 20 amp hour battery, which I'm not sure why they keep going this low. 48 volts 20 amps, that's too low, man. In my honest opinion, it's too low. Needs a bigger battery. Tops out at 35 miles per hour too, but it was one of the cleanest bikes and most smoothest riding bikes I have ever felt. Way smoother than even this Emma bike. And that was amazing to me, because for its price of $23.99 was a really good price for it, and definitely worth it. That to me is worth its price. But then again, $2,300, you can get this Emma bike that does 40 miles an hour. Is it a bigger bike? Yeah, it's bigger than the for sure it's bigger than the Speedwell GT. Now, I do apologize if I sound a little off, and it's because I'm talking to you guys, but I'm pedaling at the same time, so I'm working out. And definitely a little out of breath here with how much I've been riding. But this is my way of working out, man. Like, it's really cool. We're almost at the end of the trail too, guys. And then we'll be turning around and then heading back home. So this is just so I know how far can we go up this trail, all the way to the end. We're not going all the way up those mountains though, hell no. This Emma bike can't do it either. I wasn't able to make it. It does have a 30-degree hill climb. But like this, guys, like this is really fun, man. Like this is just like, just relaxing. Look, I'm not even pushing on the throttle. I'm just pedaling, and you can hear the motor working by itself. Again, it's 80% your effort, 20% the motor. So don't feel like you're 100% cheating when it comes to like wanting to use an e-bike like the Emma 3.0 for working out. You will lose some weight, man. You will. I'm losing weight, and it's great, and I can't wait till I go down even further, because this is going to make like me being able to review different scooters as well. They have certain weight cap limits, and not only that, but like get more range because I'll be a slimmer rider. So that's something for me to look forward to. Now, when it comes to the scooters from Electrify Expo, my favorite one, man, out of all of them, was the InMotion Jet, the RS Jet. That one was my favorite out of all. It does have a 72-volt battery, and the only thing I wasn't able to ask was if it would be replacing the RS Lite, because it technically has the same specs as the RS Lite, but a much smaller frame. But here we go. You see this? The big sign right here, the yellow diamond. There we go. Trail ends. This is the end of the trail, guys. It ends right here. And from my starting point, let's take a look. 23 miles total from my house to here. So we started at 17. So that's 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. So 6 miles of riding with just pedal assist. That's amazing, man. That is really cool. Alrighty, guys. So let's start heading back and continue talking. Alrighty, we have 54.8 volts right now in the chart. That's between 75 to 80%, so probably 77% or 78% battery remaining. We're gonna go ahead and start going already. So talking about the scooters, a continuation of that, my favorite was for sure the RS Jet as number one. Number two in place was the VMAX VX2 Hub. That scooter amazed me because of the fact that it basically has a 1900 watt peak motor, and it had better acceleration than my GT1, and my GT1 has a peak of 3000 watts from what it says on the Segway website, like the specs. And I was just surprised, like, just how powerful the VMAX VX2 Hub is for a 48 volt battery versus 52 volts on my GT1. Now the voltage between 52 volts and 48, it's not that different. It's just maybe 100 to 200 more watt hours, and that also depends on your amps. But that was amazing, man. And then there was the eMove Roadster And from the eMove Roadster, the Huga Daytona. And from the Huga Daytona, it was the Mia Dynamics 4X4, the quad scooter, which was pretty cool. Again, in all honesty, expensive for what it is, because you can get a Teveron Tetra for $5,000 versus the Mia Dynamics 4X4 for what looks like on their website $78.99, so almost $8,000. That's a lot. That's a lot. So they are aiming though at like businesses, corporations, beach resorts. They're not really aiming at normal customers like us. But it was still cool to, like, you know, see them come out and show their technology, which was impressive. Especially the way, like how easy it is to remove the battery and swap it out if you need to. But another thing about it too is that their battery was 60 volts, 35 amp hours. Meanwhile, the Teveron Tetra has a 60 volt, 60 amp hour battery. And you're paying less for the Teveron Tetra. $5,000 for the Tetra, 4x4 too, by the way, versus $8,000 for the Mia Dynamics 4X4. So, you know, that's just something to take into account. But yeah, they were really nice. I liked the lady that I talked to. I couldn't put everything on camera because there was some dude preaching super loud, talking about you're going to the devil and stuff like that, and it was really difficult to finish talking to her. So I had to cut a lot of my footage, man, just to make sure that that dude's voice wasn't overlapping what me and her were talking about, and several other vendors too. But I would have liked to come back a second day to try out the other rides, so I may do that next time for 2026. Show up to Electrify Expo and come both days, so I know exactly what I can ride and, you know, what I can't ride, and we'll see from there how things go. But yeah, this has been fun so far, talking with you guys and basically just working out, even though right now on video I'm by myself. There's nobody here with me, but in my mind I know I'm talking to you as the viewer. Okay, it says there's a slight downhill right here. Oh yeah, I see it. Here we go. I could stop pedaling at this point. But yeah, this is a nice ride, man. Now I get to ride back home. So I have two options. Number one, ride to the train station and get the train and ride back home, but have to hold on to the e-bike and try to find somewhere to sit and get stared at by people, angry because I brought this giant e-bike into the train, regardless to there being a certified area to go on. Or two, take it all the way back home and see how it does, because we did do a mixture of pedal assist with throttle power just to get here, and this trail right here we're doing full pedal assist without touching the throttle. So once we leave from here, then I'll be doing a faster pedal assist with the throttle at the same time to try to get the max speed. But my hands are starting to get numb from riding. I've been riding for a good while now. I did a relive, but I didn't catch it all the way from the ride where I was at. I had to pull over somewhere because I forgot to turn it on. But we'll go by the mileage better instead of how do you call it, the e-bike here. Whatever the mileage says on the display, once I get to the front of my house, that will be the best way to check out certain things when it comes to its mileage. And also check the battery voltage. And again, hopefully the data from the GPS preview remote works, because it has been working pretty good. I only had one hiccup on one video that I did a test on, and since it got stuck, I decided not to post up the video and just discard it. So now I'm retrying again. And the thing about this GPS preview remote from Insta360 is that you see it working 100%. It's not like, you know, glitching out or anything like that. So you won't know if the gyro information got stuck until you start editing the video. That's when you'll get to find out what it is that you did. Yeah, but right now I'm just pedaling back. I do feel some wind against me, but this is nice. Oh my god, my ass cheeks really hurt from sitting on this chair. Oh man, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be sore the next day, especially from my legs for pedaling. I usually have to do bike riding at least 3 times a week. It does help though, with like the weight loss and stuff. And then before we leave, I have to turn my dash cam back on, because right here it doesn't matter if the dash cam is on or off. What matters is that it's on when you're like at the main road. But yeah, you could either walk or bike this route. So basically 12 miles. 12 miles of riding from the entrance of the rec center area here at the Santa Fe Dam all the way to the end where I took you guys to and back. So not bad. But if I was to travel here with friends, we would probably have to take the train just to make sure that we all have enough battery, because all of our e-bikes are different. Some of us are 48 volts, some are 52 volts, some are 60 volts. And then depending which bike they take, you have to take into account their amp hours on their bikes as well. But this is a nice scenic route, even though it's all like desert all the way around. Still cool though. And again, my hands are still numb. I gotta definitely pull over when I get back towards the rec area. Maybe rest for about 20 minutes and then start heading home. But that was super fun when it came to the Electrify Expo. It was worth the you know, the drive and going over there, especially when you do a paid ticket. You don't have to worry about the sales pressure. You can ask questions about the specs of the bikes or the scooters, and then from there basically you know, keep that information for yourself if you're just shopping around, in case you don't have a YouTube channel or anything like that to like put this type of content on. But yeah, overall it's quite nice. There's the freeway. That's crazy how we can go under the freeway bridge here. Right, we might lose some GPS signal here for a moment. Oh wow, my hands are really numb, guys, especially for pressing on the brakes. I gotta be real careful here. Oh man, my legs are really tired now. But this is a good workout. A very good workout. I do like that they have this trail clean. Like there really isn't any road debris here. So somebody must come in like some kind of vehicle and clean this up. Because it's nice and clean here. You don't really see like loose rocks and sand. At least in this area. Impressive. Oh wow, there must have been a fire here. You could see that. I don't remember seeing that last time. Oh man, my legs are getting tired. I'm probably going to start using throttle pretty soon. Good thing I brought my backpack that I have with the water inside. There's like a 2-liter bag that I filled up with ice and water. Right here I am pushing the throttle to get up the hill because I am starting to get tired. See, look, now we're not that far. You can see the trail where it ends at. Where we did our turning point in the beginning. Oh man, my hand is really tired and it's numb. I'm trying to relieve the numbness. We do this hand now. Oh, they're starting to wake up. Alright, so right here is our stopping point. We're going to be making it back to the wreck area. So what I'm going to do right here, guys, I'm going to be riding back to the wreck area. I'm going to cut the video short here, and once I'm done taking my rest point, go back home, and then when I get towards my house, I'll give you guys my total range on the screen. And what I did, so this way I can also enjoy some tunes off camera on my way back home. But alright guys, I'll cut the clip here and I'll see you guys at my house. So again, we are in the city of Irwindale at the Santa Fe Dam. So we did 17 miles just to get from my house to here, and from here to the Santa Fe Dam bike path all the way to the end. It was 6 miles, 6 miles back, and then another 17. So I'll give you guys the total in just a moment. Alrighty guys. Alrighty, ladies and gents, and we made it to the city of Pasadena off of Orange Grove Avenue and Monterey Road, and we're going about 24.9 miles an hour right now in full throttle, because at the 30-mile mark, while we were in the city of I think either Temple City or it was Arcadia, the Emma bike pedal fucking came apart on the left side, and my foot got crushed underneath the pedal area. So my shoe is completely damaged. You can kind of see it right there, and I have the pedal inside of the cargo box because the screw came off. So it seems like the e-bike probably didn't like that I was going up to 32 miles an hour fast under pedal assist. So the screw came apart, and unfortunately I didn't think about bringing a tool for that, but I had checked it yesterday, the day before, to like make sure that everything was tight, and I went on a Taco Tuesday ride yesterday, so I don't understand why the screw came apart, or if it got stripped, or what the hell happened. But yeah, it's missing the screw, and I had to pick up the how do you call it, the whole pedal arm. So now I'm gonna have to get a hold of Rollroad and see if they have the replacement screw for this e-bike, because right now I have my leg up on the bike right here. You can kind of see it there. My leg is up because I don't have anywhere to really rest it. So right now we got 46.9 volts remaining, and we are going about 35 miles an hour on a flat surface road. At least I was able to do a workout though, so I'm pretty happy about that. This is just a mishap, but still, I'm pretty pissed off because of the fact that you know, I expected better. And we've done 45.5 miles so far on this whole entire trip, from the time that I left my house to the time that I got to the Santa Fe Dam, did the trail, and literally making my way back here, which now I'm in Highland Park, so I'm a little bit more relieved. My foot really freaking hurts right now. I did sit down somewhere, I inspected my foot. There's no damage to it when it comes to like scrapes or anything like that, but it looks like I hit it pretty hard because it scraped underneath the pedal as it got stuck. So, you know, this is just something to take into account for this kind of stuff, man. It's intense to be dealing with that. But freaking wow, man, I can't believe the pedal came off. It was the screw. The screw came off first, and then that's how the pedal got loose as I was pedaling. So, not necessarily a good thing. Is it a production problem? I don't think so. You know, I should have just double checked to make sure everything was tight. But I'm going to see if maybe I can order a new screw and maybe a pedal kit, because the one that I have is all banged up now. And my shoe got damaged, my $120 workout shoe. So that's over. I'm gonna have to spend some extra cash and buy some new shoes. But thankfully though, I didn't twist my ankle or anything, so that's cool. But yeah, we got 46 miles in on this ride so far. The trip information, we got 47.9 volts from what I can see on the display right now. So let me give you guys the total so far. Okay, now I jumped up to 48 from 47.9. So 48 volts at 52 volts, it is approximately about, you could say 30%, maybe 32% battery life. So not bad, even though the display right there literally says 41%. It's off, it's not correct, so always go by your voltage. But total miles for this trip was 46 miles even, from here to the Santa Fe Dam and back, and 3 hours and 34 minutes of a trip, so not bad. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn off the bike and show you guys the damage. Oh god, my fucking foot. Oh my god, this shit hurts a lot. So you can see, look, the whole shoe got freaking damaged because it scraped underneath the bottom right here. So this is the part where it came off. I'm not sure if the hole got stripped in here or what the hell happened, but I'm gonna have to inspect it. But yeah, my freaking foot hurts really bad, man, really freaking bad. And then here is the pedal, so you can see, look, the whole thing got scraped up. The whole thing got scraped up. Here you go. So maybe it didn't like me going up to 32 miles an hour with me pedaling. Literally pedaling at 32 miles an hour was probably too fast for it. So maybe pedal at 24, 25 miles an hour, then stop and let the throttle take over. But with the flow of traffic, man, especially today, I had to go up to 45 miles an hour, which wasn't a thing, you know. But overall, man, the bike did good, and I got home. So I just have to figure out what happened with that over there. And yeah, so anyways, alrighty guys, so I'm back home. I hope that I'm not discouraging you guys from buying a Rollroad Emma 3.0. That is not my intention. A couple things went wrong here, and I'm gonna bring this up, including the customer support experience right now, because I think it's important to talk about it, and this is where Rollroad needs to do some improvement. So I broke my toe and the captain toe on the left foot, as well as twisted my ankle and caused it to get some swelling. So this is what it looks like right now, so you guys can see. This is it here. I have tape on it because the toe broke from right up here. I'll show you guys some screenshots without the tape, but even the ankle got also like swollen. I'm able to walk a little bit. This was because the screw for the crank wasn't properly torqued right up here. The other side was also a bit on the loose side, and it's supposed to apparently be at 35 to 40 Newton meters of torque. And as you guys can see over here on the edge, I have torque wrenches, but I never knew that I was going to have to adjust that. I used a torque wrench for this because this is what I had to install, because this came pre-installed by the factory, by the way. And my pedal here is still on. So as you guys can see, the shoe, when this came partially apart after the screw came off and got lost in the street, my foot landed like this, twisting my ankle completely backwards, and my whole shoe got damaged, getting scraped by the pavement. This is a $120 shoe, not that it matters, but it was for me for workouts and stuff. And yeah, this got damaged, and this doesn't go all the way in there anymore because it is stripped. It's actually warped, so it doesn't want to insert. It's supposed to insert easily without having to hammer anything on. The insert that's right there, right, that insert is also partially stripped. The beginning part of it is stripped, and only about the remainder of it, after about a 1/4 inch, is actually still threaded properly. Can it still be used? Most likely yes, but I'm most likely going to have to change it out. I had to beg Rollroad to please send me a replacement crank arm and a replacement screw, because all they wanted to do was just send the screw. Their technician was claiming that the arm was still usable and blah 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 blah. No, it's not. The arm, being in this condition, is not usable. This side, look how perfect it is. That is properly squared. This side is warped. This cannot be reused. So, what could I have done to prevent this problem? Well, I'm going to say it's 50% Rollroad's fault for my incident and 50% mine. 50% theirs because it came pre-torqued from the factory, and it's something you're not really supposed to be messing with. The average consumer is not going to know that they have to do stuff like this. In all honesty, the other 50% is my fault for not fully inspecting the bike and making sure that everything was tight. But in the owner's manual, it doesn't tell you where you have to torque the screws for the crank. Nowhere in there does it tell you, not even for the calipers. So the tools you see here, this torque wrench here, this one is the one that I use to torque up the caliper screws, as well as any other smaller size screw that's in this area here, and even these ones right here for the area where the controller's at and stuff. That's what that's for right there. This bigger one is for these kind of bolts here for the wheels, and maybe for something like this. But they can all do a good amount of Newton meters of torque, and they're high quality tools. Now, I'm not going to discourage you to buy this bike. In fact, I do want you to buy this bike. This is a wonderful bike. I love it, and I actually bought some new shoes for it. So though these tires are good, they're a little too on the soft side for me for the LA streets. So I bought some Ultraverse Dominators, Road Dominators. These ones have a much better tread on them versus this kind. You can see the difference, look. So to me, these road tires are better than those. They're also more firm versus these ones. These ones are a little too on the soft side. I also bought the anti-puncture fat bike liners and heavier duty tubes, just to make sure that I reduce my chances of getting like any kind of holes or punctures on the tires. So I will be installing these off camera. That's if I can, after I fix this issue with my foot. But yeah, I'm a little bit below happy on the customer service I received from Rollroad to get this part replaced, because all they wanted to send me was the screw. And as of right now, the making of this video, we're in July 12th, and the ride and the incident happened July 9th. It's back ordered, so I don't know how soon it's going to take me to get this bike fixed. Can it be used? Yeah, you can still use it under full throttle, but there's nowhere for you to put your foot, so you have to be real careful with that. So I did want to show you guys the other little mods that I did on this thing, so you guys know that I really do love this bike. I put down some Pro Palm grips right here. I also added a little motorcycle grade horn with the built-in alarm. It has a key fob that works better than the little buzzer. I have a motorcycle grade dash cam. I have a motorcycle grade quad lock, a thumb throttle instead of the twist. I removed that and I added a thumb throttle because I felt it more comfortable. And you can see in the front, I have the bag that's going to be used for the battery bank for the dash cam. And then I have the horn that I talked to you guys about that charges under USB-C, the front camera, and then here in the back, the rear camera right there. So over here on this side, when it comes to the crank, the screw is still on. You can see it here, and there's no issues here. Everything's working fine. However, this side is also a bit on the loose side. It's not loose anymore because I tightened it up with the 8mm hex key, but it's not properly torqued. Like, it feels like you can still tighten it some more, and I'm not sure if you try to tighten it more if it's going to strip the hole. So I might just end up changing the crank to something a little bit better quality. Now, what could have probably gotten the other side to come apart was me pedaling at 32 miles an hour, because I started using this to work out and I did lose a little bit more weight, and I was able to increase my speed from the limited 26 miles an hour I can go with pedal assist up to 32 miles an hour with pedal assist. and this is just me pedaling without using the throttle. So my speed improved for a big guy like me, you know, and I'm not sure if the heat dissipation of like basically pedaling too fast maybe caused this plug to get hot and expand and cause the screw to come out and strip. I'm not sure if that's what happened. It's hard for me to say because this is officially my first e-bike. I come from a world of electric scooters, and I'm honestly loving this e-bike regardless to the incident that happened, and I can't wait to recover from my foot so that I can get back on this bike and get back on the road. But I just wanted to mention this information so you guys can know my experience so far. I don't know how long it's going to take me to get that new crank arm and that screw, but I am going to go to another bike shop. I'm going to try to get them to change out the crank for me, the assembly, to something more higher quality, and hopefully we'll be able to get this bike back on the road. In the meantime, I'm going to be recovering from this foot injury and broken toe, which can take anywhere between 6 to 8 weeks to recover. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I figured I would just let you guys know, you know, what happened now that everything is calmed and relaxed and I can properly think. And yeah, that's the only thing I can think of. So again, for Rollroad, make sure it's properly torqued, because again, I didn't mess with that. So because I didn't mess with that, I can't 100% accept full fault. However, I will take 50% fault for not pre-inspecting the bike after using it multiple times and having almost 200 miles on the e-bike. And again, you know, not double checking everything like I should. But I've never had any kind of problems like this before with anything else that I've owned, including a 18-speed mountain bike that I used to own. So yeah, this is a first for me, especially with the injury. When it came to things getting loose, it was always the chain on my 18-speed that would get loose and I would have to put it back on the track. But this is the first time where I have to deal with a crank arm and a screw getting loose and damaging my foot. So make sure that you guys properly tighten up all your bolts, and this is publicly as well as manufacturer wise. If you're telling me that it needs to be between 35 to 40 newton meters of torque, then please do that from the factory, and don't just depend on the customer to do it, because there's a lot of customers that just write them and they take them to places to get serviced. So if they're unaware that they have to pre-inspect everything, then they're not going to know. And there's not a lot of places like bike shops that like to work on e-bikes. They, for the most part, at least around my area in Highland Park, no one really likes to work on e-bikes. So I have to find an e-bike store that I can go to try to get this crank arm thing replaced. But other than that, guys, that's it for this video. If you are interested in purchasing a Rollroad Emma 3.0, please do so using my link in the description and use my discount code TAG193 to save $50 on your order. This helps support the channel, and it would also help make me feel better over this injury here on my toe and stuff. But yeah, other than that, that's it, guys. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.